He didn't start crying like some of these freaking other kids would. He was just like, I'm going to show you. I'm going to beat this guy. I'm like, there you go. You might make it. My child will eat the other children in the apocalypse. These people's kids, they're going to be food. And my boys will be eating well. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, meat's meat.
All righty then.
I'm raising survivors.
On that note, we are live.
Yeah, it's been a while since I started on cannibalism. It's good. It feels good to get back into that.
Anyways, so that's happening. What else we got, man? Let's see. Oh, we got Blizzard's Diablo 2 has been released this week. I actually did start playing it. And, there are a lot of nostalgic reasons to go back and play Diablo 2. I don't think it is good enough that if you're not a previous Diablo 2 player that you would want to go to Diablo 2. But, it's been fun. It's been riddled with server issues and bugs. As you can see here, they had people's characters disappearing. I tried to get in there a little early. I decided to come home for lunch and play, and the servers were already down, and the game hadn't been out for more than like 3 hours. So
there's some Outrider shit, ain't it?
Yeah.
Like, game came out, everything crashes.
Like Jarek says, he says, so it's been a normal Blizzard release. Yes, it has. It's been a normal Blizzard release. And, with everything going on with Blizzard, I don't even know if I would have bought it if I wouldn't have already pre-ordered it. Like, I pre-ordered it before all this happened because I was really excited. Because Diablo 2 is still one of my favorite Diablos, but playing the remake just makes me look at a lot of those features that made me love Diablo 2 and go, why couldn't these be carried over into Diablo 3? Well, there's nothing that would have stopped the really fun features. The story, yeah, okay, it had a decent story, but honestly, there's a lot of these mechanics that could easily been carried over to Diablo 3, and I wouldn't have had that nostalgic pull to Diablo 2 if they were there. Maybe that was their plan. Maybe that's their money-making scheme.
Well, dude, that reminds me, because I don't play Diablo, but that reminds me of how I felt about Mass Effect 2. That, like, the customizing your guns in great detail, the tiers of the powers and the way they did everything. And then Mass Effect 2, the simplified feel and the loss of all of that customization. And me going, how come the newer game is simpler than the older game, and the older game had more detail? Like, that really was my biggest problem with Mass Effect 2, is not that it wasn't a good game. I finally got over it and realized it was a good game. But, like,
yeah,
going straight from Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 2, the first thing you pick up a gun and just go, this sucks.
Well, no, and like, I definitely understand that. And I've gotten over it with a lot of games. Now, Diablo 3 is where it's fun. I don't think it is as it ain't fun enough to go and just forgive their lack of trying. Like Skyrim. The Elder Scrolls series, if you go back to Morrowind and Oblivion and stuff like that, there's so much customization with magic and spells, and it's not there in Skyrim. They took a lot of the customization out, but Skyrim was still a really fun game.
I mean, they put some stuff in.
So it was easy to forgive.
Yeah, they polished up some NPCs, some AIs and stuff, so it was a trade-off. I feel like it was a trade-off, but I will admit, I cut my teeth on Oblivion with all the DLC. When I got into Skyrim, and I looked at it and said, where are my stats? Where's my sign? Where's my sign? Where's my sign and where's my stats? Like, I took a long time to get used to not having stats.
And you got to think, Oblivion was a cutback from Morrowind.
I heard Morrowind was way customizable.
Now, there was definitely a lot of improvements to the series as well. Diablo 3 really improved the graphics, made it a little faster pace of a game, gave you a little bigger skill trees.
They made you wait way longer to get a necromancer again.
But
oh wait, no, that's not a bonus.
but absolutely big improvements like Skyrim did. I mean, Skyrim was a huge graphical improvement, was a huge AI improvement.
The engine was a lot smoother.
The dialogue was a lot better. The just the amount of lore, the size of the game.
Oh my God, I still haven't done everything. Like, I don't know if there's somebody out there who's wiped all the quests in Skyrim. Power to you. That is like something that would take like MMO, like online time to do. It is a massive game. I still freak out when I jump back in and I go, I've never seen this quest. You're like, how many quests are in that game?
But similar to the Warcraft 3 remastered, Diablo 2 Resurrected is blah.
Tell them the offline story, dude. You got to tell them that.
Oh, man. I still don't get it. I'm hoping it was just a bug. But so when I went to go play and the servers were down, I was like, you know what? Screw it. I guess I'll play in offline mode. I don't like playing in offline mode because then you can't play with your friends later on if you want to. But I decided, all right, I'll play around with an offline character just to see. And I'm going around and I level up a little bit. And I go to my stash to go throw something in my stash, and I open up my stash, and all of a sudden my screen goes black, and it pops up a message that says, could not connect the server. And I'm like, I'm in offline mode. I got booted from an offline game.
You had a server crash on your offline game. I'm just like, Blizzard's bugged, but don't worry, though. Don't worry. They changed the skirt on the Amazon, so it's all good. They fixed it.
I'll be honest, dude. Like all the arguments about the outfit changes, making the Amazon more masculine, stuff like that, I don't give a shit.
You're missing my joke. The joke isn't that I'm saying they were trying to go. The joke is that they did that instead of fixing the problem.
I know. I understand where you're coming from, but it is also something I wanted to bring up in conversation is the fact of this. To me, that doesn't change the game. Huh. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm not trying to look up the sorcerer's dress, I don't... Who cares? So
I've long said it's like we've got sites to go look at stuff. Like we're not trying to get off the video game characters.
Yeah.
The way they're presented in video games. Like I said, SFM exists. You got better places to go. Like if you're a weirdo who's trying to literally get off on the game sprites, I can give you some links. Like there's better places to go. Play the game. I don't need sexy in my game. That's not where I'm going. When I'm playing a game, I just want to play it. So I get that. It's more of the pointlessness of it, of like, okay, but why are you doing this to a game that's already been out? Like, why don't you make the next game? And then in the next game, you can change their outfit. You know what? Nobody will know you did it. If you literally go, our next game, we're not going to have the Amazon running around in a thong. Nobody would actually know to care because it's the next game. It's the way they look in this game. Boom. But when you go back and go, hey, you know this classic? We're going to start screwing with it. You're like, why? Like, why? Like, why are you changing like this on this game? What's the point? If you're going to do that, then at least it better not have bugs. Because that should be, to me, on a list of 10 things to do, that's 11. That's not even in the top 10.
The fact that this game is it has as many issues as it's had, it shocks me. It shocks me a lot. Like I've had my follower just get stuck places.
That's because they were spending their time fixing the skirts. Like I said, it's not what they did. It's the stupidity of they did that instead of fixing the game. That's why I'm going like, I'd much rather you could turn the Amazon into a dude for all I care. If you fix the damn bugs, at least so the game plays right. Like, fix the game first, people. But of course, we know Blizzard. I mean, they've recently been doing a lot of pointless things that don't address any problems. So, I mean, this is just another example of them, going, hey, we did this. And you're going like, that solves nothing.
But I have been having fun playing my Paladin. Like, the Paladin was my main character in Diablo 2. I enjoyed playing the Paladin.
But you're evil.
And I saved the Necromancer for Alan, our boy Damien, the big Necromancer guy. So I always, he played the Necromancer. I'd play the Paladin. For some reason, we were buddies and traveled and played together.
That's because you're evil, really. You're an anti-Paladin pretending to be a Paladin, man. But I've played tabletop with you. You as a Paladin is like, no.
I can play a paladin, man. I know how to role play. I mean, you just ain't ever seen me play a paladin.
You could barely tolerate anyone. All it's going to take is one person to mouth out to your paladin for you're going to decide.
I'd probably have to be a 5th ed paladin and be a paladin of vengeance.
Like I said, see?
But I can do a paladin.
A paladin of vengeance. You have slighted me. Like, that's your type of paladin. How dare you? That's him. That's what you can do when you have a reputation, but nobody trusts Disney. Did Disney tell you something, you're going to immediately go, let me go check that. Or I'm sorry, I shouldn't say them in particular. Large corporations that have not fostered a trustworthy reputation, you don't immediately believe what they say. They don't have your trust. You doubt them, you double check them. When a movie comes out from these big companies, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you were going to be quick. Remember, I just wanted to remind you.
Yeah, I'm done.